Welcome to the SQL Select lesson. Select is one of the fundamental commands in SQL. Once we have grasped the fundamental concepts, we can use this feature efficiently and quickly. Select is a SQL command used to retrieve data from one or more tables in a relational database. It allows the user to specify which columns to retrieve and which rows to filter based on various criteria. This is the syntax. Now, we're going to see some practical examples. The command, select asterisk from table name, in SQL retrieves all data from a table named table name. The asterisk is a wildcard that represents all columns in the table. This command is commonly used when you want to retrieve all columns from a table. In this example, we will specify the columns. Specifying columns in the select statement is important for several reasons. Performance: selecting only the required columns can improve query performance, especially if the table contains many columns or if the columns contain large amounts of data. Clarity: specifying the columns makes the query more readable and easier to understand, especially for other developers who may need to work with the query in the future. Avoiding errors: if the table structure changes and new columns are added, selecting all columns using select asterisk may cause errors in the query or in the application that uses the query. Security: specifying the columns ensures that sensitive or confidential data is not inadvertently exposed in the query result set. You can also use aliases on column names. Aliases in column names are useful because they allow you to give a different name to a column in the result set. This can make the output more readable and meaningful, especially when you are selecting columns from multiple tables or using aggregate functions. Additionally, aliases can be used to rename columns that have complex expressions or functions applied to them, making the column names more intuitive and easier to understand. In SQL, one way to limit the result set is to use the top function. The top function in SQL Server is used to limit the number of rows returned in a query result set. It takes an integer argument that specifies the maximum number of rows to return. For example, if you use select top 5 asterisk from customers, only the first 5 rows from the customers table will be returned. The top % function is similar to top, but it limits the number of rows based on a percentage of the total number of rows in the result set. For example, if you use select top 10% asterisk from customers, only the top 10% of rows from the customers table will be returned. Both top and top % can be used with an order by clause to specify which rows should be returned. The order by clause in SQL is used to sort the result set returned by a select statement. It specifies one or more columns to sort the data in ascending or descending order. By default, order by sorts the data in ascending order. In the first example, the query sorts the employees table in ascending order by the last _name column. To sort the data in descending order, we can use the DESC keyword. We can also sort by multiple columns by specifying them in the order by clause, separated by commas. The where clause in SQL is used to filter the records from a table based on specified criteria. It allows you to retrieve only those records that meet a specific condition or set of conditions. In the first example, column 1, column 2 are the columns you want to retrieve from the table specified in table_name, and condition as the criteria used to filter the records. The condition can consist of one or more expressions that evaluate to true, false, or unknown. You can use operators such as equals, less than, greater than, less than, greater than equals, less than equals, between, in, like, and not to form conditions. Additionally, you can use logical operators such as AND, OR, and not to combine multiple conditions. In the second example, the query retrieves all the records from the customer's table where the city is London. If you have more than one where clause, the order of the where clauses does not matter. The optimizer reviews the query and determines the best means of getting the data based on indexes and such. Thanks for watching. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing to our channel for more SQL tutorials.